EA Sports. It's in the game.
To me, it's all about Tom Brady. He's just one of those guys that if the game's on the line, you need a big play, he'll make that play for you.
220, wide, we get.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Keenum's Vikings going up against Bortles' Jaguars.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Tight end right. Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Ace. Z.
Hearns the man in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing is Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Okay, folks, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Here we go now. Blue 45. Z.
Hearns the man in motion right.
Left.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Black 58 rail.
The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dewan Smoot. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Second down, Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Paul Posluszny in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Blue 45. Black 58 round. Black 58 round. Ace.
The play clock's running down. Bortles to throw on second down. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a second down and 5 here to start things out. Former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Got a man, it's right. Still going. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be first down Vikings.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90. Watch 17. Watch 17. Tagger. Forward. Tagger. Forward.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Bridgewater now on second down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. First down, here's the run with Cook. A beautiful fake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Let's go. Wide 80. Wide 80.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go. Way 90.
Bridgewater to throw it. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Vikings in the hurry-up. They're hustling up to the line. That's not only Adam Thielen. That's the Pro Bowler, Adam Thielen, who had 91 catches this year and over 1,200 yards, a career high.
We always look for great stories when we do games. Is there a better one this season than Adam Thielen in terms of where he came from to make a Pro Bowl roster as a receiver for the Minnesota Vikings? Lightly recruited out of high school, ends up at Mankato State, which is now known as Minnesota State Mankato. Undrafted, goes to a rookie free agent tryout camp, hangs around, makes the practice squad. First, he's a special teams guy, and now he's one of the better receivers in the league. I think it's one of the best stories I've heard in 2017 NFL.
And again, it's Bridgewater. The quick slant caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jarius Wright, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on third down. Now a play fake. Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And he motions the wide receiver. Bortles now to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Bortles. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And some space here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Bortles. They set up the screen to Ivory. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. In motion now is Lee. Now Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The first throw now for the backup, Keenum. And he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On second down, Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And right with it here, over the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Let's go. 180.
To throw is Bridgewater. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Throwing, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's right. And they get 14 yards there and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Bridgewater being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Telvin Smith in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
Here's Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Bridgewater on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. 2nd down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Barry Church. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Bortles to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end that time, Michael Rivera. And that takes us from second to third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Hey, here we go now. Green 39. Ace.
Hearns a man in motion right. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Flush to his right. Airing it out for Hearns. They got his man complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Bortles. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 24-yard line.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Over the middle, complete. That's right. And he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. In motion now is Lee. To throw is Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They find some open field here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Bortles going to look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back to throw, Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Bortles to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Ivory. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik Jackson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.